Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back in. Been a long time, seems like. Welcome into tonight's live, guys. How's everybody doing? If you're new to the channel, hi, hello, and welcome. And if you're a returning Titan, welcome back. Appreciate you. If you're watching on the Unfiltered with Tanya channel, thank you so much for joining me over there. That it means a lot. But if you're joining me over on the main channel, Titanium Built, that's where we are. That's where we are. So don't get confused because I'm kind of confused. But if you're new to the channel, we do talk all things true crime here. So if that's something that you're into and you appreciate tonight's case coverage, maybe you'll consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, all the things that, the creators ask you to do. It is all free and it helps us grow. So we're going to be covering 3 different cases tonight. We have got some stuff to talk about. I saw that Jan was in here. Hey, Otto. I text Jan twice today thinking it was Vincent's phone. Hey, ALR. Hey, Ladybug. I just don't talk to people. That's my problem. Hey, hacking mate. So when you text me, I just text the last person. DM. I'm gonna get that makeup too. I should have just got it today. I'll be back to Target tomorrow. Hey, Catherine. Hey, everybody. Welcome on in, everybody. Looks like we got the usual suspects. It's good to see you, Jan. Hey, Ashley, welcome in. Hey, Chicken Noodle Girl. Kind of going through them a little fast. Hey, Ryan. We've got Princess Mega Elsa in here. Welcome in, honey. Hey, Princess Granny or Preschool Granny. Princess Granny. Maybe need to change your name. That'd be cute. Preschool Granny. Well, welcome on in. Hey, Ivy. Well, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, Lenora. Hey, lady. Or Ivy is again. I thought I had it on someone else. I am too bear. I'm just kind of going fast, so. Hey there, Miss Persevere. Mace. I love that name. That's never going to get old. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome in, CJK. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Sailor Outlaw George. Okay, we got through the usual suspects for the most part. Hey, Ray. Hey, Linda. Welcome on in, guys. So tonight we're going to be covering 3 different cases. It's going to be a little wild, a little crazy. My tabs are all open, and my brain's going a million different directions. But right before the live came on, we got new documents that came out for Madeline Soto's case. Ivy got a promotion. I didn't see that. What, girl? Well, congratulations. Let me go back up. Our girl Ivy got a promotion. Let's see. I'm gonna go move with her. She sent me pictures when she was in a hotel. I was like, pfft. I will be able to watch from beginning to end. Because I got promoted at work and no longer work nights. Oh my gosh. Yay. Got that promotion. Maybe you'll be working, are you going to be working days now? Oh, that's so awesome. I know a lot of people, they have to work at their job a very long time in order to get a day shift or something, whatever shift they want. But then again, I know sometimes corrections officers, they go they'll work first shift, second shift, then third shift. I couldn't do that personally. But I'm going to share my screen here. We are going to go in my order that I have them. So we'll start. We're going to do 3 different cases tonight. And I also have a Crystal Rogers update that I'll have to tell you about at the end. New documents came out in that case too. So we'll start with Elijah Vu, and then we'll go to Sebastian Rogers, and then we'll go to Madeline Soto. So, oh, Ashley, I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. Man, everybody's got something going on. 24/7 owning a restaurant. Yeah, right. Me too. If someone needs me, they need me, for some clothing. I'm like, okay, let me get you in there. Let's see where we are trying to go though. I hate that these are not in order when they come up. That's not even what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm just going to share this tab. It's all the way at the end. Okay. That way I can get to the new tab. So let's see. Let me go over here. Actually, before we start, let me just drop my channel link because it's my channel. Of course, I don't have it. So I'll just put it in the chat real quick. Sorry, guys. That should work. Man, everyone needs prayers. What's going on with everybody? I'm gonna have to go virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. So actually let me see if I have a picture of him handy. Okay. I don't, but I will grab one. Here we go. Oh, damn it. That came up way too small. Okay. So this is a little Elijah Vu. Just refreshing everybody's memory because we have, hey, Jackson Maine. We've literally, when we've dealt with, and we've had a lot, not dealt with, but we've had a lot of cases come our way and a lot of kids come our way. Good golly. It seems like we're running a missing / unalived kids channel at this point, but I mean, that's what we'll have to take. We'll have to help them. Adorable, adorable, adorable is all I can say. But Elijah Vu, 3 years old, he went missing out of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. He disappeared from his caretaker's, in parentheses, home on February the 20th. We're now finding out that the caretaker was more of a punisher that would do horrific things to Elijah. He would change his diaper once a day, bottle fed, made him stand up and for hours on end, make him apologize to his mom. I mean, what can a 3-year-old possibly do to make you that angry? To where you're making him stand up for hours. I couldn't do it. Squeaky, well, you shouldn't feel guilty. So just get on Facebook if you want to feel bad. I swear every time I'm on there, like something's going on. But Elijah's mom, Katrina Barr, I think that's how you say her name, would drop him off over at this guy's house, Jesse Vang, and she would tell him, "I want you to make my 3-year-old son a man. Teach my son how to become a man." Okay. Yeah, like what? Huh? Why do you need a man? Why do you want him to be a man? He's your child. Like usually mothers, these are the years that they are precious to them, because your child still wants to hug you and play with you and be around you when they're teenagers. That's out the window. These are the times you live for. Hey, Yankee Kyle, welcome in. We do support each other over here. We really do. But there is an update in this case too. So we'll read through this article and then I'll give you guys the update. If you guys watch my YouTube shorts, like short videos, or on my TikTok, you probably already know the update because I did do a video earlier, but we're going to go through it again in more detail this time. So this is just an article that I found that kind of goes over the case, and I thought we would read it. Oh, what's happening to your brother? Where you like to think that I couldn't catch that part. She came from Planet Claire. Yeah, toddlers are usually fans of mommy. Yeah. And like toddlers, like they don't usually like lie and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is he getting in trouble for? Going to the bathroom in his diaper more than once a day? Like literally, I mean, I could see it. I could see that being the reason why they would punish him. Because I mean, they're horrible people. We've seen them on the channel in court. I have a whole playlist dedicated to Elijah, and we'll be adding, to it, of course. We have their court hearings. We have all that kind of stuff. Any documents that are out, we always read through them as well. So it says here, and this was put out today. 3-year-old Elijah Vu has been missing for 2 weeks after he mysteriously vanished from a Wisconsin home where his mother had sent him in February. So basically, Jesse Vang said that he went to sleep at 8:30 in the morning after his son went to school, because he does have a son, and he took Elijah in the bedroom to go to sleep. He fell asleep at 8:30. He didn't wake up. He woke up, realized Elijah was gone. And then that's his story. That's his story. That he put his shoes on because he had his shoes, right? But then he dropped one by the trash, didn't notice his foot was bare to put it back on, and he just wandered off with one shoe. Already charges have been filed against the toddler's mother and the man who was watching Elijah at the time of his disappearance. Sorry, I'm gonna get my glasses. Okay. So this is just going to tell us what happened. So when did Elijah go missing? And did you know, like, all of these kids are like in the end of February, like all of them? What in the world, you know? It's a lot. Oh, I forgot I have my iPad over here to see you guys tonight. Okay. Elijah was last seen February 20th at a residence in Two Rivers, where prosecutors said his mother had sent him to stay with a man now charged with child neglect. Now, there needs to be a charge out there if you can't find your child. If your child is missing from your care, there needs to be a different charge for that. And that charge needs to be, you ain't getting your butt out of jail until you give me your kid, you produce your child. No ifs, ands, or buts. Unless your child was kidnapped or something like that. You know what I mean? You called into my child's kidnapped. That's different. But if you, like Lori Vallow, you just can't produce your child, then no, that doesn't work for me. 3-year-olds old still in diapers. Yeah, Rebe, they changed his diaper once a day too. Once a day. I couldn't imagine. That man, Jesse Vang, called police on February 20th and reported Elijah missing, telling police he had taken a nap that morning and brought Elijah in the bedroom with him, but when he woke up about 3 hours later, he was gone. Searches by police and residents have so far not located Elijah. And both Elijah's mother, Katrina Barr, and Vang were charged with child neglect in relation to the toddler's disappearance. Barr, 31, of Wisconsin Dells, was charged in Manitowoc County with one felony count of party to a crime, child neglect. So party to a crime means, like, for me, I feel like they think she might have been there. I don't know. And 2 misdemeanor counts of resisting or obstructing an officer. She was lying. That's why she got the 2 counts. She's being held on $15,000 cash bond, which means she has to fork over the whole $15,000. Vang, 39, of Two Rivers, was formally charged with one felony count of party to a crime, child neglect. He's being held with the $20,000 cash bond. He's been in and out of jail and prison so many times. This is probably like nothing for him right now. Like, okay, I'm in jail. She probably is freaking out. Barr told the police she had left Elijah with Vang on February 12th. So this was 8 days. He had him for 8 days because she wanted to teach her son to be a man. It's not going to take 8 days. It's going to take about 15 years or more. Oh, man. And she had intended to pick him up on February 23rd. So she was going to leave him there for, wow. Manitowoc County District Attorney Jacqueline LeBray said Friday that Barr had sent Elijah to stay with Vang for disciplinary purposes and that Barr wasn't in Two Rivers, located about 30 miles southeast of Green Bay, when Elijah disappeared. Vang told police he was in a relationship with Barr and had been trying to help her with son's bad behaviors. If your child is having bad behaviors at 3, you need to take him to a therapist or a doctor, not someone down the road. That's not smart. Vang explained to authorities that he was trying to correct the child's bad behavior. He said that Elijah was afraid of him. Like, I can't believe he actually told the cops this stuff. And maybe it was in his phone to where he already knew they were going to, like, see it. But when I read this to you, why would you admit to this? Really? Vang was also forced the 3-year-old. Oh, sorry, I missed a part. He said that Elijah was afraid of him and the boy was disciplined using timeouts, including being forced to stand for 1 to 3 hours and requiring him to pray at times. Vang also forced the 3-year-old to take a cold shower and regularly threatened him with cold water for not complying. Both Barr and Vang maintained that they didn't have anything to do with Elijah's disappearance. And that's a lie, in my opinion. In my opinion, allegedly. And they are looking in the landfill right now for him. It's terrifying. This case, I feel like, is going to end up like a Quentin Simon. Authorities in Wisconsin revealed on Monday that a car of interest had been identified in the search for the missing child. And I'll give you guys better pictures than what they have here. In an updated post on Facebook Monday evening, the Two Rivers Police Department requested that homeowners and businesses review surveillance footage. And you tell me what you think about this part, right? Okay. So the police department requested that homeowners and businesses review surveillance footage captured between 2 and 9 p.m. on February 19th. So they're looking for the day before he was reported missing, because he was reported missing February 20th. But they're looking for surveillance from February 19th between 2 and 9 p.m. Why? Other than if you have more evidence to corroborate that something happened to him. Yeah, keep grinding up. Yeah, putting a 3-year-old through freaking boot camp is absolutely stupid. Yep. So basically, they tortured the little guy. Eye for an eye. Yep. And you know what they say for real? That saying, an eye for an eye is the whole world would be blind. It's one of my favorite sayings. They harmed him. Yeah. For real. Actually, I know she was just saying for real to him, but I had it up on there. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. I used to watch my nephew when he was 3. He broke my nose actually at 3. Little son of a gun. I went to pick him up and he did one of these, you know how kids like fling their bodies back and they just go like limp and but they're, I don't know. They're just crazy. Kids are crazy. He broke my nose. But I would have never thought to be like, Donovan, I'm sending you to the Punisher. Never. I would never do that. Authorities said the vehicle of interest was identified and was in possession of law enforcement. Police released pictures of the car. So I'm wondering, I'm assuming maybe they saw that vehicle somewhere in the area between 2 and 9, and they're trying to get more surveillance. I don't know. But police released pictures of the car, a 1997 4-door beige Nissan Altima. Chunky, and it's like it doesn't look too good. The vehicle has a Wisconsin license plate that begins with A and ends with O. Authorities haven't provided any additional details on the vehicle or who the owner is. They'll say that someone stole it. Watch. Someone stole it. Hey, Aries, welcome in. This past weekend, crews from Wisconsin National Guard conducted ground searches while the Department of Natural Resources helped dive teams check near the shorelines of Lake Michigan and Twin River. The NBC affiliate in Minneapolis, St. Paul reported. Okay, sorry. This is pretty much what I just said. But here it is saying that they're going to be expanding our royal search efforts with large-scale coordinated operations with assistance from law enforcement across the state, similar to what was seen on Saturday. We again request the community's cooperation with those detailed efforts. And they want, to look in your, just around your property for him if you're in the area. But I'm wondering, guys, about that February 19th between 2 and 9. Why are they requesting surveillance video for that time? And now they have this Altima, which I'll show you pictures of it. Let me get them up here for you. There we go. So, yeah, they got to process this vehicle. But what I'm wondering is, how did their investigation lead them to this vehicle? Did they find this vehicle? I mean, they would have told us if they found Elijah by now. So I don't think he was in the vehicle. But do you think maybe his blankie was? The plaid one? I mean, I don't know. They have that picture of it. Let me see if I can. This one right here in the top picture, this red, black, and white one, this plaid little blanket, those little chapped lips. I don't know. I mean, Hey, Roseanne. Hey, honey Adler. Welcome in, guys. So yeah, this just makes me angry. So this is the vehicle. Like I said, they're looking for 1997 Altima, Nissan Altima. Well, they're not looking for it. Sorry. They're looking for, I think they're looking for the owner or any information. They want surveillance footage, any information you can give them on the vehicle. Now you can see like it's rusted all along the bottom. Someone's going to know this vehicle. Someone's going to know who this belongs to. I have a feeling. Like, look at all the rust on that side. My good golly. This thing should have been crushed a long time ago. Now, would you be stupid enough to transport a kid that was unalived in a car like that? That looks like it's going to break down any second? Probably. Yeah, squeaky wheel. Well, 6 weeks and them officers, 1.2 million pounds of trash, and they found Quentin Simon, and it was parts of him. Wasn't even the whole deal. And he was 3. So, I mean, if he's in there, they might be able to find him. They might be able to. But, I mean, yeah, 1.2 million pounds of trash. I don't think so. They probably still smell like trash. Is there any? Oh, no, that's it. So yeah, if you're in the area of the, 2 Rivers, just keep your eye out on this car. I mean, it's rusty, to say the least. Or not look for this car. See, I keep saying that. Sorry, I keep thinking that they're looking for the car and they're not. They're looking for surveillance, and I think any information that you guys have or anybody has on the car. Sorry, I keep saying that. Because usually when they put out a picture, I feel like they're looking for it, but this is in the police impound lot. So they do have the car. Sorry about that. I said that twice, but it's rusty. It's old. It starts with an A. I think it ends with an O, they said. And it was seen in the area between February 19th, between 2 and 9. Maybe somebody was driving that car and they stopped over to their house. I don't know. It's very, very weird. So, let's see here. I want to make sure I do these in order. Okay, I did. But yeah, so that's the update I do have on Elijah Vu. Not too much of an update, but they are, looking for surveillance. I think they have the car, so that's pretty big. They have a vehicle. And I think that somebody will know this vehicle. It's not original at all. It is original. It's very original. Like, this vehicle has rust on it, like all the way on the underbody. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the muffler looked like it was hanging off a little bit, like hanging down. Like maybe it would make a lot of noise. See, it's like hanging down. Looks like it's almost like a wire holding it up. And he also has writing on the back wherever he bought the vehicle. Let me see if I can't zoom in for some reason. Sometimes if I turn my camera off and you guys don't look at me, I could do it. Isn't that weird? Okay, let me see if I can blow this picture up so we can see. Yeah, see, I can do it now. Y'all make me nervous. Motorville is in Wisconsin. I'm going to say it's one of those buy here, pay here. Yeah, auto rusted and old. Now let me see if I can, just do a quick search. Motorville. Let's see if it comes up. Sheboygan. Motorville Incorporated. Let's see. Why is it redirecting me? I'm going to see what this is. I don't know what this is. Okay. What the hell is this? What is this? Oh, it's Motorville Nissan, it looks like. That's what I'm thinking. This looks like maybe a job. I don't know what it is, but Yeah, it looks like it's just a car vehicle place. I just wanted to show you guys, and I'll look more into that too, because that's a good clue, as they would say. It's a clue. It's a clue, guys. But don't worry, I won't make you watch Madeline Soto's mom's interview another minute. If you guys don't want to watch it, we will not watch that, because that's getting played out bad. Like there's no more that you can pick apart, I feel like. So we're going to move on to Sebastian. Actually, I think I have some pictures of him up. I did. Okay, let's share this. Look at how he's adorable. Okay, let me put this up so you guys can see him a little better. So I will keep my eye out, on any updates for Elijah Vu, of course. His mom and Jesse are due back in court. I don't think there's a court date yet, though. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk a little bit about Sebastian here. And I actually got this, one of our viewers, Terry, actually asked me if I would cover this story the other day. And this was before anybody covered it. I promise y'all. I was like, I looked at the article and I was like, oh my gosh, we got to do something to help him. And then I've seen now that a lot of people are picking it up, which I think is awesome and great, because that means, bigger channels are covering it. So there's going to be a broader audience that's going to be able to see it. And I genuinely think that this little boy is really in serious, serious danger if he's still with us. And I hope he is. I really, really do. He's reminding me of another case. Oh my gosh, I know it. Scotty Brooks. I don't know why. But he is. It is. It's giving me those vibes. So this is Sebastian Rogers, and he's 15. And a lot of you might not know of this case, so we'll just do a brief summary, and then we'll read a couple of articles, and then I have an interview that his parents did. Oh, that's awesome, Jan. She's in sharing his flyer. That's awesome. I think I saw that maybe on your Twitter. Sebastian Rogers, 15, is believed to have left his family house with a flashlight in the early hours of February 26th. His parents woke up the next morning and reported him missing at 6:30. He does wake up early for school. I will tell you that. Very structured parents, it seems like. They seem very, very kind. I was watching a little bit of their interview today. He does have autism. The State Bureau of Investigation released an endangered child alert on the day he disappeared, and officials have since deployed drones, dogs, boats, horses, and helicopters in the search for him. We're now entering our 8th, 9th day since he went missing, and they haven't found anything to show that he has been in or around the area. Didn't find the flashlight, didn't find a t-shirt, didn't find a sock, a shoe, glasses, nothing. Hey, Angela. And I was very suspicious. I'll be honest. I wasn't suspicious. I was like, what's going on? Like, why isn't the family talking? Because like there for a while, the family wasn't talking. And then they came out and did an interview the other day. I think it was last night. And I was like, wow. You can judge somebody, is like me. I'm saying me. You can judge somebody by not like knowing them or seeing them. But as soon as you hear them, like the judgment goes away. And I shouldn't have been like that. So I apologize to them. I shouldn't have been like, well, where's his parents? I really didn't say anything about it. I just kept saying, what's the parents doing? Where's the parents? Because, usually we see them. Just like in Chelsea Grimm's case, we didn't see her parents, one time. Crazy. So we're going to read through this article. It's back from, they posted this on the 27th. So this is a little bit older. I wanted to get you guys the story, not just what it's like saying now. So we'll go through this. And welcome in, everybody. If you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit that like button. Let's try to get into the algorithm tonight. That way we can, get more people to watch this stream. It's an important one. So it's an important one. So here it says, the search for Sebastian Rogers continues as several community members have stepped up to help support first responders who are now on their 3rd day of searching for the teenager missing from Henderson amid the rain and cold. The search for a teenager missing from Henderson has now stretched on, this is for 2 days, but it's been 8 and 9 now, with authorities urgently trying to find him before colder weather moves in. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, every time I read that name, it makes me smile. Can you imagine him saying it? He was probably adorable saying his name. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 15, was reported missing on February 26th from the beach area in Hendersonville. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, TBI, issued an endangered child alert for Sebastian that morning as multiple agencies took to the area to look for him. This part I thought was really, really, really sweet. I just really did. It says here, we were told that his favorite song was Eye of the Tiger. Deputy Chief Craddock with the Sumner County Sheriff's Department said, we tried playing that to kind of call him and let him know we're here to help. I'm sure that he could see what's going on here and be intimidated, but if he sees this newscast, I want him to know, Sebastian, come out. We're here to help you. We just want to get you home safe. Based on additional investigative information developed during the search, the TBI issued an Amber Alert for Sebastian Tuesday afternoon. An Amber Alert is issued when there is reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred and the child is in imminent danger or of serious bodily injury or death. See, I always thought with an Amber Alert, you had to have a license plate number. See? Learning something new. Thank you, Catherine. Is Victorine in here? Hey, Victorine. Well, welcome in. It seems like I haven't seen you for a while. Sometimes the chat reminds me when people come in. I love that. That's what I was going to say, Jan. So many went missing same day. What's going on? I'm going to grab my drink real quick. Okay. By the way, I love your new picture. Very pretty. Oh, wait. I'm not even on the screen, y'all. I thought I was on the screen this whole time. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You're probably like, I don't want to look at Tanya. I'm just kidding. Sumner County EMA Director Ken Wilder said there were over 200 searchers on the ground on Monday. So the day that he went missing, there was already 200 people out there searching for him. And they didn't find him. With multiple canine teams, mounted units, helicopter crews, and even drones being deployed. The teams have since covered a 5-mile radius in the beach and Shackle Island area. And I thought they said, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they said that their initial search was going to be like a 3-mile radius. And I'm pretty sure, I want to say somebody that does missing persons cases said that they're normally found within 3-mile radius. Now, we do know from the Chelsea Grim case that when you're lost and you think that you're walking in a straight line, we heard this from, SF Investigates, that in fact you're walking in an arch, like you're walking like this instead of straight, even though you think you're going straight. So, I mean, he was took off walking with his flashlight. I don't know if maybe there's woods around there. Maybe he went back in the woods, but you would think they would have found him by now. He couldn't have gotten that far. Well, I guess he could have if he left out the house the night before. And that's probably what he did. I mean, I don't think he left. I mean, early that morning, I think it was probably like 12 midnight, around like 1. I don't know, but I don't know. Apparently he doesn't sleep a lot at night and he's more active at night. Me too. He'll probably sleep some more in the day. So we hope he's laying down and resting, and we just don't want him to outwalk the search. The ground that he can cover on foot, we know, and we're working with that. We're putting into consideration when we create the areas that we search. Y'all have drones too. They can go a lot faster than people. However, on Tuesday afternoon, Craddock said there was still no sign of Sebastian. Multiple agencies remained on scene Tuesday as the search continued, with officials urging people in the area to check their surveillance cameras. Everybody, if there's ever a missing person, check the surveillance cameras. Yesterday, we, for a lack of a better term, we threw everything that we could possibly throw at this. We absolutely obliterated covering the area where Sebastian could walk off to. There's a litany of things that could have happened to Sebastian, and none of them we could presume are credible or validate yet. So we are doing everything we can. Man. Do you guys remember the case? This was an old case, and I'm not saying this happened to him at all, but it was an older case, and it was this kid. I don't remember the name of him. I don't remember his name, but he left his house in I think early morning, and he was walking, and he ended up going down somebody's chimney. It was like an abandoned house, like a log cabin or something. And he went down the chimney, right? And then he was missing for 8 years. Nobody knew where he was. Well, they went to go tear down that home, and they found him in the chimney. He had tried to go down the chimney to get into the house, they think, and he got stuck, and then he couldn't get back out. So, I mean, I don't think that happened with him, but I'm wondering if there's any like caves, like deep rivet, like ridges, something like that. You remember that, Jan? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like, sorry, I've got to mess with my eye for a second. Y'all are like, man, we did not come to this live to be seeing Tanya mess with herself. So I'm going to turn my camera off for just a second. I feel like there's something on my eye, and I don't like that. Sorry, guys. While I'm doing this, say hello to the person above you. Say hello to the person below you. Maybe you'll make a friend tonight. A good friend. Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm on eye drops, so that's probably the problem. I'm just not used to it. Yeah. But Harley Dilly, was that the person's name? Tammy's Clips? Maybe that was him. But I'm wondering, like, you know, what he would, I don't know, where he would go. Craddock said authorities have received several tips over the course of the search and are looking into every possible lead, including a potential sighting on Newman's Trail, off Long Hollow Pike, but so far none of those tips have panned out. Some community members have also shared advice on sharing for children with autism, promoting officials to employ some unique tactics such as playing Sebastian's favorite song, Eye of the Tiger, to help calm him. I think that's very, very sweet. Can you imagine all of those officers out there just blasting Eye of the Tiger? Catherine, yeah, he was found in a cabin. Yeah, that was him. Cheryl, you're not alone. We're here. Yeah. Like he just like disappeared. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like he just disappeared. But remember Scotty? He disappeared too. And then 2 days later, he just popped up. And his mom just happened to find him. The one that made him wear the shirt with all the bad lettering on it. The liar, the bad shirt. Like, I don't know. These parents are not like that. These parents seem very nice and very, very hurt. It says, I don't care how crazy it sounds. If it's going to help me find Sebastian and get him home to his family, I'm going to do it. The urgency of the search is continuing to increase as Craddock said Sebastian is without his medication, and his mom told officials that all of his shoes are accounted for at the house. So why go outside with no shoes on, but with a flashlight? Did he hear a noise? I mean, he's autistic. I don't see him being that brave to go outside and, check a noise. I assume he would go get his parents. So what do you guys think? What would make a boy, anybody actually, just leave their house with no shoes? It's not warm out. And well, Terry, is it warm? I mean, it's probably not warm there. Just walk out without your shoes on. I don't get it. We're concerned about the weather because we don't know exactly what he's dressed in, and we could have some flurries tomorrow. The storm, so the wet, and you can lose body temperature 30 times faster when you're wet than when you're dry. Close to a dozen agencies have been involved in the search, including the TBI, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Nashville Fire Department, City of Hendersonville's first responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and Shackle Island Volunteer Fire. They're holding out all this time. I mean, they're just letting them all come in. They need them all. Pretty much every agency in the county and then counties from across the state, quite honestly. And with the plea, we have a lot of people wanting to volunteer, and we are really looking to put trained personnel on the ground. Authorities have not yet called on the public to join in the search, but that is subject to change as the search stretches on. Right now, Craddock said the best thing the public can do is share Sebastian's missing poster on social media. If you see something, say something. And let me see. Here, I'll get that picture. Oh wait, actually, should okay. Is it like a Let me see. I'll just show like this part of it because I don't like show the whole video, but that's his missing persons flyer there. This is so sad. This is so sad. Like this case, I don't believe anybody took him. This isn't like the other cases that we're covering, where a stepdad unalived him, somebody that lives in the backyard unalived him. You know what I mean? Like this kid, unless his parents are really fooling me and everybody else, he left. And I don't know where he went. It says, check your surveillance video. Just check. If you see something, call us. We'll come out and look. I think that's going to be what breaks this case is somebody's home surveillance video seeing something. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's any surveillance from across the street, from next door, anything. Sebastian was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. He is described as 5 feet, 5 inches tall, 120 with dirty blonde hair. Small. Anyone who sees Sebastian is asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or the TBI, we all know this number, 1-800-TBI-FIND from somewhere else. Miranda, this interview is real sad. Like, I just don't see the family being involved, This ain't even like the Scotty case where, he had this t-shirt on, parents were taking pictures, kids were making fun of him. It says Craddock told news to Sebastian's family is home waiting for his safe return. I cannot imagine the struggle that his family is going through right now. I am a dad. Director Wider is a dad. I just don't know how they're dealing or how they're handling. I couldn't survive if something happened to my kids. That's the officers. Those are the people in charge. Now you can tell right here, right on the look at her face. Look at that mom. She's broken. She's broken. It's sad. Now, she don't look nothing like Jen Soto. See, look at her. We got her right here, actually. Let me get a picture of her. I was trying to get this. It looked like it was her. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, wait. Okay. So this is Jen Soto, Madeline's mom. I mean, I could tell a big difference. And we're not even talking yet. They're not even talking. Wow, look at that, Victorine. Been a member for 7 months. Oh, hit the like, such a friendly chat. Thank you for being a member for so long. That means a lot. Thank you. That really does mean a lot. So we're going to watch these. It's a 3-part series. I thought it was only 1 part. And then right before the live, there was 2 more parts. I'm like, what's going on with live? So this is Sebastian's parents. They're going to discuss his disappearance. This is the first time that they've come out and they've actually spoke on the disappearance of Sebastian. So he disappeared the 26th. So 7 days later, a week later, we normally hear right away from the family. So I'm glad that they decided to do this interview. I'm sure that it was emotionally taxing, but I hope it was kind of healing in a way, you know what I mean? Not like just kind of like to get it out, get it out there. But we'll play this and I'll be in the chat with you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff, that we tell you to do. And I'll be in the chat with you guys.
So first, just express, I can't even imagine as a parent what you two are going through. How would you describe the situation right now? How are you coping?
Let me see if I can hear this up.
We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless and many other emotions all in one, and it's a never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop.
the mom, Sebastian's mom, she couldn't even talk. She couldn't even talk.
It won't stop until he walks through the door.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not anyone.
I know we're about keeping hope alive. I'm sure that's in there somewhere.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna
Always.
come home.
he's gonna walk through that door, and the street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
That boy's gonna have more friends than he knows what to do with when he comes home.
so,
So here we are, 8 days now searching for him. Walk us through that Sunday night that he went missing. So walk us through, we've got so many people who really want to know, okay, how did this happen? So kind of just walk us through that night.
I can turn the closed
We were
captioning
out
on
and
for
about
you.
That day, we were having a really good
Let me see.
weekend. We got home. Everything was pretty normal.
Don't think
He
they
was staying in
have
his
it.
room. When I told him to go to bed,
They don't have it. I'm sorry.
he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Said good night to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock?
6.
So were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower,
I took a
in the living
second.
room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes. About 3 minutes in, give or take, I was on the phone with my husband. I said, "I can't find him."
She said
"What do you
3
mean you can't
minutes. Hold
find
on a
him?" I
second.
said, "He's not in the house."
She said within 3 minutes, she was on the phone. You've got, and I'm not trying to compare, but I am going to compare. Jen Soto, who is just driving around, seeing if her daughter's just, Madeline's just happened to be walking around or going to her mom's work. Her, she goes to her mom's work, goes by there, see if she's there hanging out. Doesn't call until, 8 o'clock at night? This woman woke up and within 3 minutes, she was like, nope, something's wrong and we got to figure it out. And of course, she's going to call her husband. She's going to say, is he with you for some reason? Like, for any reason? It's heartbreaking.
And so at that point, is that when you call 911, or what's going through your mind?
while we were on the phone, and
Watch her
I
eyes.
was
They
like,
don't even
he's on the other
move.
side of the bed. The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. They responded within minutes, and here we go.
So you said you were on the phone with her, so
Yes,
you were not home.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis at the St. Jude Project. So it's
I'm
I
building
have
a
an
church for
earpiece in
St.
that
Jude.
talks to my
I mean,
phone,
a
another
hospital,
earpiece
sorry.
in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused. We talked about where he could possibly be, and then we went from there and led to calling the cops, and here we are now.
And within minutes, there they are at the home.
Yes, ma'am.
It was rapid fire. They had cars.
They
They had
lined
cars from here down to
to the main
road,
road.
as far as I could tell.
So what's going through both of your minds? I mean, are we panicking? Is it this, oh, I think he's probably at a neighbor's house, or what are you thinking?
My son doesn't run. He's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why.
So what would make him leave this night. I'm assuming he left on his own, right? Because he grabbed a flashlight and there's no evidence of a struggle. And plus, he was at home. He would have made noise. They would have woke up. So he had to have snuck out of the house to like where they wouldn't have heard him, you know? But where was he going? What was he doing? Could this be
I don't know
could
why
this be
he
like
walked
a
out
could this be a sleepwalking kind of deal? I wonder. I don't, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out something that would make sense.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means. But
He disappeared
there's
on the
answers to
26th.
questions that have no answers, or questions with no answers right now that we are searching for desperately, and we just don't have that.
First a laugh
Okay.
and then panic. And
I don't know who that is, but okay. We're going to go into the second part of the interview here. Oopsie. Sorry. Thank you guys again for being here tonight. I appreciate you all so much. We have 108 people watching tonight. That's amazing. If you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. Let's get this shared out. We are talking about 3 different cases tonight. So if you're just now joining us, we do talk all things true crime on this channel. And we're talking about 3 different cases this evening: Elijah Vu, Sebastian Rogers, and then Madeline Soto. Sometimes on the channel, we have so many true crime cases, we have to do a few at a time. So that's what we've kind of been covering lately. But we did do the Elijah Vu update already. They're looking for a car, 1997 Altima, golden color, gold or beige. And now we're on the Sebastian Rogers case. He is a boy that was 15 years old that went missing out of his home on February 26th. He took a flashlight, no shoes, though it looks like, and he just left. They have not been able to find him. Search crews have now searched a 5-mile radius outside of his house, and they're still not able to find him. So after we're done with this interview, and I'll give you guys the latest update, we'll move on to Madeline Soto and the new documents that came out.
Anything that happened that day that you think back and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside? Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving. It'd make more sense if we'd been fighting.
Or he'd been in trouble, but he hadn't been in trouble. So, I mean, the $1 million question, why did he go? And the other $1 million question is how.
What about social media? Is there anything that, anyone he could have contacted? I understand he was somewhat of a gamer, or what was he? There was a video game he loved, right?
Minecraft. He loves Minecraft.
Oh.
The game that he has is.
And I want to tell you too, also, he doesn't have any social. He can't communicate with people on Minecraft or anything on the computer. Like, he doesn't have any of capabilities to do that. Now, I know a lot of kids are smart and they'll go around it, but this kid doesn't look like the type. I mean, I'm judging on his looks, but he doesn't look like the type that would get on social media apps anyway.
He's not online. He has the.
He also doesn't look like the kid that would run away.
Switch.
That's a good question. I don't know if he has a phone.
We don't, because of how social media can be. He doesn't have accessibility to communicate with folks on internet. I mean, we have a firm belief that we just don't feel that right now that he's capable of having that kind of responsibility. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, his phone is locked down, his computers, his gaming. He doesn't have a gamer tag. He doesn't have online capabilities with games. I mean,
we've combed every electronic. I
mean, we've cooperated with all the authorities as far as anything they've asked us to provide, we've provided, and still just don't have any answers.
Did he have any friends that could have possibly contacted him in some way on his phone?
all his friends at school have been questioned to my knowledge, and none of them knew anything.
So this big question mark. He's vanished.
Yes, ma'am.
And no one can figure out where or why. All right. So let's talk too about the relationship involved, because the biological father is very much involved in Sebastian's life as well,
Yes, ma'am.
He
Very
is.
much.
right? And how would you describe that relationship, the two of them and the four of you?
It's relatively good. I mean, we talk regularly. He talks to his son on a regular basis, sees him on a regular basis. He's involved in school and therapy. And I mean, he didn't have any extracurricular activities, but I can tell you now, if he did, his dad would be in the front row.
They probably didn't
In
give him
two
a
different
computer because they
households.
were probably terrified to give him one. I mean,
And the communication
look
between
what's
the
out
three
there.
of us is great. I mean, yes, we're just like every parent. We all have our disagreements, but in the end, we come together as a team and we work and we come up with solutions that as we best see fit. I mean, I'm almost in contact with him almost daily.
Let's talk about Sebastian. Tell me about Sebastian. How would you describe him?
Sweet, stubborn. He loves to help. He loves running, and he loves to play his games and his fidgets and Uno. Lord, that's one of his favorite games right now. Favorite color is green.
Does he love music?
Oh, God,
Oh.
he loves music.
An eclectic taste.
I
An
mean,
eclectic. I mean, from as everybody knows, Eye of the Tiger to Eddie Vedder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got Pearl Jam on one hand, we've got Survivor on the other over here, we've got Taylor Swift, and
he's got a big crush on her.
I do too. I have a crush on Taylor Swift.
I mean, country, rock.
no hip hop.
classic.
We don't allow the hip hop.
Well, he doesn't
Well, I
really
said
do it
hip
anyway.
rap.
We don't allow the hip hop.
You mentioned he loved running. So did he love the outdoors at all? I mean, would something outside that was somewhat outdoorsy be enticing to
So-
him or pull him outdoors?
He loves, like, when we were in California and the school had this lap thing to gain money. It was a fundraiser, and every year I did this many laps. I did this many laps. I mean, I've got T-shirts where they would write on his back every time the kids went around. They'd mark a mark on the back, and they'd keep running. And he just had marks all the way across his back. He likes playgrounds. He hates
yeah.
being dirty. He
Hates
don't like
being
being
dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, he's not your tomboy style child where he goes outside and plays in the mud.
He loves animals, but he's terrified of bugs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am
a fly,
too.
and he's like,
Me
first a
too.
laugh and then panic. And
Okay, I don't like play her, but yeah. Me too, buddy. Me too. So right then and there, he wouldn't go in the woods. Bugs are in the woods. I wouldn't go in the woods. I hate bugs. Oh my gosh, I'm itching right now thinking of them. I hate bugs. I hate stink bugs. What's the worst bug you guys? What bug don't you guys like? Put it in the comments. If you're watching on replay, let me know. Because I'm with you, Sebastian. I'm with you, buddy. I can't handle bugs. It's really sad. So this is the third part of the interview. These parents are hurting. You can tell this is a completely different scene than what we're seeing over in Madeline's case. I mean, Madeline's case, you got freaking Stefan in the back cracking his knuckles, walking into the room when she's in mid-sentence and sitting down, watching her, like lurking at her. She's rolling her eyes, going this way, going that way. You know, this mom can't, I mean, she's shaken, but it's like she can't even move. And that's just all that nervous energy. And she's producing real life tears. And look at that father. You could tell in his face he is hurting. That guy is hurting. I didn't ever see Stefan like that during the interview that he was in. He's trying. Look, he's trying. He's got the eyebrows kind of going. He's trying, but nope, sorry. Didn't work. So we'll go ahead and we'll play this.
Highly functioning. I know you all have described him as having a form of autism,
He does.
but just describe that to our viewers too, as far as his way of thinking of things and maybe how determined he was about certain things or his mindset.
He
He's got a stubborn mindset. If he believes it's this,
he gets on a one-man track and he is just on
Yeah.
it and he is all about it.
but I mean, he's very smart.
He's
I mean,
out.
he can play chess. He can beat adults in chess.
Wow.
So he's
Okay.
He loves playing games.
What about navigation? Like, did he have a sense of direction? Do you think he could have possibly even hitched a ride or gotten a ride on a bus or some sort of transportation?
that is a speculation that we don't have an answer for. Just
I mean-
directionally, he knows he could guide you from our house to his dad's house.
Yeah.
He could get
Wow.
from like this house. I think he can make it up to Culver's ice cream.
He can go to Culver's.
Oh, that boy loves
He
a
knows
malt.
where Culver's is because Culver's has malt.
Uh-huh.
That's
He
really
loves
cute.
malt, extra malt. Every time. Extra
Oh.
malt.
Now,
So this kid here, 15, I'm a little bit older. No problem finding the way home. Then we got Jen saying, I don't think she could find her way home. She was out there. Then why the heck are you at home? That makes no sense. She can't find her way, then why are you sitting there? These parents are saying he can find his way all the way to Culver's ice cream. I don't know where that's at in proximity to his house, but it feels like a little bit of a trip. He can make it from his house to his father's house. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
how far away?
The kid was
does
smart.
His dad live,
Clarksville. His dad lives up by Clarksville.
so he could guide someone
So even a different town.
all the way to Clarksville.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Okay. So a pretty keen sense of direction, at least with certain things.
If-
Familiar routes.
Yes.
Familiar routes. Okay.
Familiar routes.
I mean, if I took him another route going
He
this way,
takes
he would
it-
not know it.
He goes up there so often that he
Nice.
knows how to get to his daddy's. We know that.
His dad works with him as far as, well, we're going this way, we're going that way, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
These are
keeps
good
the
old
same
country
thing,
folk.
and it works out.
Mhm.
So
Let's talk too, because earlier, Chris, you and I were talking, and you were saying that there are a lot of people who are harassing both of you. What of any of that do you want to address? What do you want to say to any of these people?
Just that you don't know. And I don't wish you to ever know.
I would say it like this: everybody has an opinion, and it's perfectly okay to have that opinion, but you're not in this situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different, wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts. If they have questions, all they have to do is ask.
And I pray genuinely that no one ever goes through this.
Just be kind to people. I mean, it's real simple.
Really? Let's hear that again.
Kind to people. Ask.
And I pray genuinely that no one ever goes through this.
Just be kind to people. I mean,
Just be kind to people. That's
real
it.
simple.
It's real simple. It's real simple. And I'm going to scream it for the people in the back because this covers a lot of different topics that I can think of right now. Just be kind to people. It's that simple. It's not hard to be nice. It's really not. I feel like it's harder to be mean, in my opinion. But just be nice.
There are some people who have been talking, because I know this is part of the harassment. Is there anything you want to address about this child custody situation with the previous?
So I have a current case that is ongoing in another state.
And I just want to say, look at him addressing this head on.
We've requested that case to be sealed because there are some individuals who have taken upon themselves to put stuff out there that they don't quite know, which all they have to do is ask. I'll tell you. But because of that, it has nothing to do with our son. It has nothing to do with the situation. I just people would respect that and then keep an open mind. It's totally different.
If Sebastian was able to watch this, and maybe he's watching this as it airs, and if he is, what do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
Oh gosh, that we love you so much, and we want you to come home, and you're not in trouble.
I guarantee you he is loved. And trust me, the open arms are waiting for him to come home. From every parent to every family members to probably everyone in the community. But there's no malice. We just want our boy home.
Just because he was stepdad, I think that he took that role as being a second dad, not as his dad, but as like a second dad. I truly believe that these people seem like good old country folk.
Bad. But
that mama's heart, I know it's daddy's too, but I feel like there's always that extra special bond.
Oh, there ain't nothing like a bond between a mom and her son.
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where.
Good night, Jan.
Let's talk about the community, because I want you all to know, even my church body, I mean, we're all praying for his safe return quickly. What do you all want to say to the community?
Thank you.
With everything from the bottom of our hearts.
Oh my God.
I would not have imagined how far this has gotten, but there's no way to repay the gratitude, the love that we have felt from the community, the prayers. But thank you.
But
from the
don't
bottom of our
stop
hearts.
looking.
Yeah, please.
My son is somewhere.
This ain't
Bring
over
him
until he's home.
First a laugh and then panic.
Who is this girl? I feel like I need to watch this because this just keeps coming on. Oh my gosh. Ashley, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. I need to call my brother. I haven't seen him in over a year. I need to call him. Wow. I'm sorry. Man. Praying for him to not have any pain. And just make sure that you know his pain tolerance and make sure he's comfortable. Man, that's terrible, Ashley. So this is actually the newest article that's come out over Sebastian Rogers. It says it's shifting into an investigation. So it's going from a missing persons case now to an investigation. I can't remember if I did a video over this today. I'm pretty sure I did do a short video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we'll read through this article. Actually, I'm curious. Did I do a short video over this? Yeah, I did. And for some reason, they gave me limited ads on that. Okay, I don't know what I did. But that's okay. So a significant shift in the case of Sebastian Rogers is taking place as authorities are now calling it an investigation. Meaning they believe he didn't just wander off. And if he did, they believe he's no longer here. The missing teen's mother and stepfather have spoken out publicly for the first time during the weekend. The original thinking was Sebastian Rogers walked away on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking at the very real possibility of foul play. There is no security video of the teen, and there is no trace of Sebastian. Wow. I wonder if there's something close to where, like, if he was, if he left, he'd been on it, but where did he go? We are used to producing, and this is one of those cases we have not been able to produce yet, said Ken Widener, Sumner County EMA director. No one is giving up. Sebastian could still be alive somewhere alone, hurt, lost, or trapped. The search effort will continue, but not the same way as it was last week. This is every parent's worst nightmare, these words, when you have a missing child. We're scaling it back a little bit, said Widener. What exactly does that mean? Sources close to the case confirm authorities are now considering foul play and that this missing teen's case could become a criminal investigation. What if somebody lured him out from his school? What if it was somebody from his school, like some kids, and they like wanted to just beat him up, and then that isn't what happened. I don't know why he didn't put his shoes on, unless he is missing a pair his mom don't know about. But I'm sure she would know if he was missing a pair. Yeah, there's got to be a trail somewhere. Someone has to have a camera, like you would think. So Sebastian's, okay, so it says here, the two spoke on a YouTube podcast called Missing Tennessee with Duchess. When I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't there, said the mother. Between the hours of 12 and 6, he has basically vanished. So she saw him around midnight, and 6 o'clock was when she, noticed that he wasn't there. Around 6 o'clock, she went to go wake him up. Authorities have named no suspects and say that to date, the parents have fully cooperated with the investigation. The detectives will now re-interview and vet everyone who may have had contact with Sebastian, looking for inconsistencies. This is usually when a case could break wide open too, because they're not smart. They just not be smart. It's hard to keep up a lie. They are also asking the public to provide any ring camera videos, not just from the Sunday evening the boy disappeared, but of anything suspicious from much earlier in the day. Anyone with information on the case can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. So parents are fully cooperating. They don't think that they're involved. I personally, if they're involved, they are the best. They need awards. They need them all, because that seemed genuine and sincere to me. Not just me, though, And I want to thank you guys again for all being here. Now we are going to go down here because I haven't even been looking at my notes. So there's a couple updates in Madeline Soto's case. If you guys haven't heard them yet, you're going to hear them here. I don't think that anyone's heard the documents yet, probably in here. If you have heard and read the new documents that came out today in this case, and Madeline Soto's case, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys have not seen these documents, put a 2 in the chat, because they're graphic again. They're graphic in nature. It's just a paragraph, so I can hide the paragraph from you guys and give you a summary, but it's pretty graphic. And it just came out, I think, right before the live. So Solo Socks. I didn't think anyone would really see it. I'm surprised I saw it. It was like right before the live. I was like, dang. I was like, is this new? Because what happened was, there was something they were saying, it didn't add up to me or something. And I was like, wait a minute. So I went to research that, and that's when I found this. And I was like, oh, well, here we go. Let me try to close out a few windows here. Sorry, guys. So we're going to move on to Madeline Soto. Let me get to my notes. Let's see what I need to know. I don't even know. Okay, I'm like, where are we even at? She's age 13. I think we all know that. The suspect is Stefan Stearns, her stepfather, 37 years old, her mom's boyfriend. This case has come out of Kissimmee, Florida. Let me go ahead and get over to this. because this has something to do with it. But before we go over, the new affidavits that came out, let's read this article about the sheriff posting pictures of her unalived, of course, to his social media. And then a coworker of his, a woman, took a selfie with the suspect, Stefan, as he's walking out the door, being escorted out the door at the jail. And she wrote like some sort of biblical or something saying on there. And she posted it to like her Instagram. What is wrong with people? This is an active investigation. Like, my lordy. My eyes twitching. Sorry, guys. I don't have another one to keep open. They probably just need rested for a minute. Welcome in, Taxi. I didn't see you. Hey, Jen Doc. Welcome in. So some of you not. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to summarize them for you today. Well, one part I'll summarize. So we'll go through this little article kind of, briefly, but Bain asked FDLE to investigate how photo of body was posted to Lopez's social media. This gets good. 9th Judicial Circuit State Attorney Andrew Bain's office told Channel 9 on Tuesday afternoon that he has asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to investigate how a photo of the body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto was released over the weekend. Now it is confirmed it was Madeline, because at first they weren't confirming it was anyone. They were just giving a description of the clothing. For some reason, I thought the description of the clothing was a sweatshirt and jeans, and she was last seen wearing shorts by her mom. That's very weird. The photo shows a body dressed in a sweatshirt Stefan Stearns said Soto was last seen in. Lopez said he accidentally posted the image while sharing a post about him meeting with senior citizens. My ass. Florida law bans the public release of photos showing the body of a minor without a family's permission. We don't do that. The law says anyone who willful and knowingly releases it could face a third-degree felony charge. Wow. Channel 9 has reached out to FDLE about the investigation, but it's not heard back yet. The sheriff's office was not investigating Soto's death, as Kissimmee Police Department was the lead agency in the case. But the sheriff's office was part of the search for her remains. So why did Lopez have the graphic photo? Despite multiple attempts to obtain more information about that, the sheriff's office would not say why Lopez had the photo or who took the picture. Why you got that photo on your phone? Who took it? Why are you taking pictures of unalive girls on your personal cell phone, putting them in with your senior citizens' pictures? Bain told Channel 9 that he is deeply disturbed that the photos were carelessly made public. Channel 9 has reached out to the sheriff's office for comment on the latest development. Okay, they haven't said anything, I guess. So, sheriff decided to put out the dang pictures. A picture of her, just one, I guess. But I mean, like, can you imagine? I mean, I don't know if her mom is guilty or if she's not guilty or whatever. I mean, we have our thoughts. But can you imagine if someone would have showed you that? Because somebody took a picture of that. You know that somebody was on Instagram at that moment and got a picture of that. There has to be. And I don't want to see it. I hope I don't see it. But I'm just saying, like, what if somebody posted that somewhere and then the mother saw it? I couldn't imagine that. That would be horrific. Common sense classes. I should do that, Therese. I really should, because I have a lot of common sense. So we all know that Jen Soto's timeline of events don't add up. You don't have to be a rocket scientist just to tell that. She says she saw her the night before, she saw her the morning of. I mean, her story is changing, and it is. But now it looks like law enforcement might be looking into that. Now, I don't know if YouTube had a say in that, because a lot of people were screaming that the mom is guilty and the mom has something to do with it. But WFTV 9 out of Florida, they say here Madeline Soto, story Jennifer Soto gave law enforcement doesn't line up with what investigators know. So we're going to learn. It should be high school requirements. Oh, dinner was late. I didn't even have dinner. Yeah, I did. I had it early. Man, I'm hungry now. I had it way too early. I'm trying to be on a diet. Oh, Lordy. Diets are stupid. So yeah, we've all seen these interviews more times than we can count with Jen Soto, and her demeanor is screaming guilty to me. Like she knows something. Maybe after it happened, Stefan told her. I don't know. But she seems to be looking for answers a lot. They're not coming out naturally. She's not pleading for her daughter to return. She's just kind of answering the questions. Just like nonchalantly, just like she's having a conversation, you know. I mean, she's trying to work up some tears, but they're just not there. She does like the whiny voice that we all used to do back when we were 5 to get what we wanted. You know. So it says here, Channel 9 spoke one-on-one with Jennifer Soto on February 27th, a day after her daughter had been reported missing. Just like Sebastian, both went missing on the 26th. Soto told Channel 9 that her boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, who is now the prime suspect in Madeline Soto's death, had taken the girl to school. He didn't take her to school. There's some pictures. That's where they found her. Wow. Just like laying out in that field. Probably like just like in the wood line, you know, because they said it was wooded. Wow. That's a far, hold on, go back. I wonder how far back she was, because I mean, this must not be a highly traveled road. It looks like a state route almost to me. It doesn't even look like a back road. It looks almost like a state route, but maybe not. It looks like a road that you go 45, 55 down, but I'm wondering, he stops and he pulls over and he takes her out and he has to walk with her. He does that in the daylight? I don't think so. Look how far that is. You would think a car would come by. What if a car came by and you're carrying an unalive person? Even if she wasn't unalive, that's still weird. People are going to notice that. You know? Very crazy. She said the last conversation she had with her daughter happened the night before her disappearance. But a report Channel 9 obtained Tuesday shows that Soto told deputies that she saw her daughter the morning of the girl's disappearance. And I happened to obtain that. It's right here. I'm going to see if I can find it. And I can't highlight it, but I'm going to read it. It's on the second paragraph, the second sentence down. Approximately 800 hours, Jennifer observed Madeline Soto getting dressed for school. So, why are you lying? Why is she lying? Why? Why are we lying here? We don't need to lie. We don't need to lie. Oh, wow. Son of a bee, that's young. Oh, thanks, Otto. I am pretty thin. I just need the exercise. Yeah, she's just lying out there. Yeah. I'm assuming that she wasn't covered up. They didn't say that anyway. They just said they found her in the wood line, like the wood, or like something like that, like a wood line. Yeah, he must have known it wasn't heavily traveled, but it looks like it would be. Just for like that town, you know what I mean? Like we have back. I grew up in a, like I grew up in a small town like this, and we'd have back roads. We'd be flying down them. Huh. Can we get some good news? Just just some, yeah. I'll think of something to give you guys at the end. I'll give you some good news. I'll play something fun. No one has been charged in Madeline's death, but investigators are looking into who knew what when. Who knew what when? Investigators are looking into Who knew what and when? And we all know who they talking about. We all know. It ain't me. It ain't you. It ain't Stefan because he did it. He knows what, when, where, how, why. So the only other person in this whole mix is Jen Soto. What did you know? When did you know it? What is that called when they bring you in? They bring you in, they make you answer questions. Oh, what's that called? And they record it. Why is my brain shut off? But it's like I think it starts with a D, but I can't think of it. But they'll bring them in, they like subpoena them in, and then they give them they make them answer these questions, kind of like an interrogation, but it's not. It's like more of like you're a disposition. Yes, Ashley, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Ashley. I couldn't think of it for a minute. I could not think of that. I was like, I think it starts with a D. But yeah, I mean, they could do that. They could bring her in and subpoena her to do a deposition. I mean, that's what I would do. Hook her up to a lie detector. Ask her, will you take a lie detector? If she has no problem, I mean, if she's not lying, she's going to be like, yeah, I'll take one. But then again, it might not have a real accurate reading if she is, actually grieving. I don't see it. I've grieved a lot. I've grieved hard. I've had people unalive very close to me in my family. My own father killed in a car accident. And I was in shock. I was in total shock the next day. I went to eat with a friend. But you know what I did before I got out of the car that day to go eat with him? I bawled my eyes out. You could tell I was crying when I got out of the car. You know what I mean? So she just doesn't seem like she's sad. Kind of just seems like another day talking to a reporter. It's crazy. Did I read this already? It says, that means they are reviewing initial interviews of the couple and ones conducted later on. Sources told Channel 9 Shannon Butler that the statements about the timeline of Madeline Soto's disappearance have not always been consistent. Jennifer Soto told Channel 9 last week that the conversation she had with her daughter was about her 13th birthday party the night before her disappearance. I told her good night, and yeah, that was it, she said. But according to documents, Sunday night was not the last time Jennifer Soto saw her daughter. Newly obtained documents show that the girl's mother told deputies February 26th, and I just showed you that she saw her daughter getting dressed for school at 8 a.m. Monday, and Stearns took her to school. I wonder if we should read over the document. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But since the initial report was taken, Channel 9 learned from Orange County Sheriff's Office, John Mena, that Madeline Soto was likely dead earlier than that. So how are you talking to your daughter if she's already unalived? Jen, answer me that, Jen. We know you're watching all these channels. You got to be. Maybe she's on meds. She could be. But they don't just give you meds like that. You know what I mean? I mean, even under these circumstances, because I can't even get any anxiety meds. And your girl has been under an anxiety attack for 16 years now. So yeah, why wouldn't she take her? Exactly. Yeah. Why wouldn't you take her? She's like, I was running late for work or something. Mom should have taken her to school, not stepdad. I wouldn't even feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't. I would feel like I need to do that. That's my daughter. Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off. Okay, sorry. I think it was, yeah. All right. I didn't read that. So instead, we believe that she was already dead at the time, and Stephen Stearns moved her body in the early hours of the day. So I think when he dropped off threw her stuff away, I think she was in the car then. Maybe the officers just didn't put that in the affidavit, or maybe they just didn't need to. Or maybe they didn't see him when he went in or out that time. He couldn't see her. But they do have a video of her in the car, and the detectives say that you can tell by the picture, and they're not just going to say this. I'm sure that they did their due diligence, that you can tell that she's unalived in that picture. To me, that almost tells me she was unalived earlier than that morning, because it would take a little while for rigor, for your color, your skin to start discoloring. I would assume that would take a couple hours. Maybe not. My mom passed away in the hospital. She was a little gray afterwards, I guess. But I feel like just to see that far or like zoom in, you'd have to really know. It does sound like she was gone earlier than that, Liz said. Yeah, I think so too. Hello, everyone. A bit late. Hey, good evening, Tanya family, as well as Great Moth. Oh, thank you. Welcome in. The boyfriend said she was on meds in the interview. Oh, I didn't hear that part. Well, there we go. Maybe she was. So he said that. So he's almost making an excuse for her before he even needed to make an excuse for her. Do you know what I mean? Like, we weren't judging yet. I was thinking she's probably like, if they gave her something, they probably gave her Valium or something, or Ativan. I don't know. See, Liz, that's what I'm wondering, if he was the boyfriend or the ex, because it says that he had to come over there to pick her up. I remember hearing that part. I remember it. I'll have to find the article. It says Jen said that he came over to pick her Madeline up. It was in one of the first news reports that we read. So why do you have to come over if he lives there? Channel 9 has reviewed statements from Stearns and Jennifer Soto to try to piece together what happened in the final hours of Madeline Soto's life. We dropped her off at school. Close to school, Jennifer Soto told Channel 9 she wanted to walk the rest of the way. Now, I told you his excuse for that. I mean, that did make sense to me, but nothing else did. I think he's that calculating that he could make up a lie that somebody would believe like that. It says, but in the same interview, she said this. So first she says, we dropped her off at school, close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Then she changes her story to, I wasn't the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. So we took her to school and then my partner took her to school. Detectives believe that Madeline Soto was likely dead early Monday because surveillance video recorded at the Kiss Me apartment complex where the family lives shows Stearns dumping her belongings in the dumpster at 7:35 a.m. Why would you throw the items away in your own trash can? That's the dumbest thing I've heard. Oh, no, Mr. Rosebud, you're in the right one now. You're in the right chat. We're live. Sorry, guys. I have the live on this side, too. I'm doing live on my other channel just so that we can get some views and stuff over there. But I'm going to do different stuff on that channel, like not true crime. But I haven't thought of what I'm going to do yet. I know what I want to do, but I got to figure out the wording for it. So it says, so at 7:35, he's at the dumpster throwing her stuff away per surveillance video. At 8:19, so, like 40 minutes later, video shows the girl in Stearns' vehicle, and she is believed to already be dead in the video. The Kissimmee Police Department has taken over the investigation into the girl's death since Mina's news conference. Sources tell Channel 9 that Jennifer Soto has been interviewed multiple times by detectives from 2 agencies and that they're looking closely at all statements she has made. Sources tell Channel 9. Now, I don't know if those sources are YouTube creators, but, Jennifer Soto has been interviewed multiple times and they're looking at her statements. So, Jen might want to get your story straight. Why do I have all of this? Okay. So this is a picture. Look at him. God, he's creepy. It's freaking creepy looking. He looks older than 37, y'all. I don't see 37 there. I don't know what age I see. I see 40 something. It's crazy. Deposition. Thank you, Jujubee. So the document that I'm going to read to you is here. See, it says content warning. I think I could do the first 3 pages. The last paragraph I can't do. So if I read through this, because I read through it fast, so I'm hoping nothing's bad on here. Okay, oops. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay, that's as big as I can make it, but we'll figure it out. There we go. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, I bet Ivy. I bet charges will be coming for Jen. There's going to be something coming for her. I have a feeling. I don't know. I don't know if she's. I don't really see grieving, but I'd hate to be like that person that just really says like, she did this, and then she didn't do it. But then her statements are not consistent. She's only done 2 interviews. Like, how can you not be consistent when it comes to a missing child at the time she was missing? I just don't get it. Oh, you missed a lot, Cat's Life. We did 2 other cases. But this is just the arrest warrant. So this is a new arrest warrant for him. And it's not as redacted. So you're warned. But S battery, victim under 12, familial. It says that, has the judge's signature on there, ordered the 29th day. I think we can read this part. Okay. So I'm going to read what I can here. The first part, it says, that they have, it says, digitally appears the affiant detective Brian Moore. And so this is a different officer than the first officer. So this is his arrest warrant, it looks like. The first one was, I can't remember her name, but it was a woman officer. So just like in the Idaho case, we had 2 PCAs, this is kind of like that. Your affiant detective Moore is sworn law enforcement officer employed by the Kissimmee Police Department and has been employed by said agency since 4/9/2018. Your affiant currently investigates crimes in the city of Kissimmee, Florida. Probably busy down there. Your affiant detective, where am I at? Sorry. Okay. Where am I at? Okay. Who makes this affiant and states under oath that affiant has probable cause to believe that certain laws have been violated in Osceola County, Florida, and that on between February. Okay. So the first affidavit was what? March through December. March of 2022 through December 2023. I'll write that down. Because this is different dates. I think it was March 3rd. March 3rd, I think. Let me know if you guys know. I just know it's March 2022 to December 1st, I think. 2023. Yeah. So they're looking for the dates now between February 22nd. So that would be, or February, I'm sorry, the 22nd of 2022. So that would have been the month before these pictures were taken on the first warrant. And 2/26/2024. Two years. 2 freaking years. That is beyond disgusting. I can't even believe it. I mean, just be kind. It's not that hard. And keep your hands to your damn self. We learned that in the kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself. Apparently, some of us didn't pick that up. And it shows. Okay, so I'm sorry. The defendant, Stephen Michael Stearns, did violate Florida state statute and commit the offense of S battery, victim under 12 years, familial. Your affiant detective, Brian Moore, is a sworn law enforcement officer employed by the Kissimmee Police Department. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. And has been, employed. Your affiant, in the course of his or her official duties, has come to investigate on February 26, 2024 at approximately 2,000 hours. I don't know how to say that, military. 13-year-old was reported missing by her mother. What's that? And I don't know the military time. 8 p.m. Okay, that sounds right. I'm just making sure it sounded right. Oopsie. I don't want to show you that bottom part because that's like really bad. Where are we at? I'm trying to go down slow. Okay. All right. On February 26th at approximately, I already read that, sorry. The mother advised her daughter's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, picked her up from home. See, picked her up from home. Why are you picking her up if you live there? Why is he picking her up? Thanks, hacking mate. I looked it up real quick. That would be a good idea, Rita. Yeah, she was 10 or 11 years old. Yep. The mother advised, I'm going to read this again. The mother advised the daughter's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, picked her up from home and dropped her off at Hunters Creek Middle School. Well, that's a lie too. That's a lie. He didn't drop her off at Hunters Creek Middle School. He dropped her off at the Peace United Methodist Church around the corner down the block, a half a mile, 2-minute walk to the school. So that's a lie. It's a lie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a lie. That's a lie. Roseanne, I don't believe that there's a chance in hell she didn't notice something. Imagine being 11 years old now, because we thought it was 13. We're assuming 13. Imagine being 11 and this happens to you. Right then at that moment, you're changed forever. If you change like that, your mom should be the first to notice. My mama would have noticed from around the block down the corner. But apparently Jen isn't very observant. And it's sickening and it shows. The mother then went to pick up Redacted from school at dismissal and learned Redacted never showed to school. An interview was conducted. Sorry, my microphone's in the way. With Stefan. During that interview with Stefan, he provided consent to search his phone. However, he stated he had accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone on February 26, 2024. How convenient. You do not accidentally do that. Now, I am going to put up a banner or an overlay. Oh, I guess I could do her, but it's kind of sad. No, I'm putting her up here. Maybe I should put him up here. I just don't want you guys, I don't want to put the bad parts of this like on the channel because, I don't want to get in trouble. The top line, I'm looking at it. I don't see it. Read the top line. It's addressed to all the officers. Oh, wow. Probably so that they just know what they're dealing with. I think this first paragraph was okay, but it shows both paragraphs. So I'll just leave it like this. Okay. So the first paragraph, I think I can read and it's okay. Okay. So I'm going to read these and this, there's a couple that's, there's some in the top that's kind of bad. So what I'll do is when I can't say a word, I'm just going to describe it and maybe you guys will figure it out, hopefully. Upon reviewing the contents of Stefan's phone, several images and videos were located which depicted an apparent child with her blank, blank, and blank opening at the focal point of the picture's videos. There were also pictures and videos depicting an apparent child's blank and mouth being penetrated by a blank. I'm redacting my own, The child was later identified as, and it is redacted, whose date of birth is 2/22/2011. Wonder who that is. Wonder who that could be. Metadata from the images and photos described above shows that in August of 2022, Stefan inserted his into the victim's mouth. A warrant was previously obtained for an S act that occurred after the victim turned 12 years old. This warrant is to charge the act that occurred before on August 2022 when the victim was 11 years old. Because of the way their statutes run, it's like not more than 11 years old. I think that he got charged for the more than 11 years old, but not more than 15 years old. So now they're trying to get him for, the 11 years old, because that's a different category of predator, I guess, the best way to put it. Very disgusting. I'm trying to make it so it's not really that bad, Have a good night, Lenora. We're getting ready to go off here soon too because I'm getting tired. I just love you guys though. So further, this is kind of bad. So I'm going to try to see what I can do. Okay. And remember the last affidavit, it described the panties, the bedroom, the sheets, the blankets. And I told y'all they're going to match that stuff up to her bedroom. The pictures are going to match her sheets. The pictures are going to match her pattern underwear. All of that is going to, I just had a feeling it was going to come about. Well, yeah, it looks like it might be. So further, as your affiant was reviewing the images from the August 2022 incident, your affiant observed the characteristics of the room where the incident occurred. Previously, detectives of the Orange County Sheriff's Office were executing a search warrant at Stefan's home address. This address is also where the victim, her mother, and Stefan lived. So they're saying that Stefan lived there. So why is he picking her up in the morning? Is it because he was disposing of her laptop and her phone? OSCO took images of the layout of the residence. Based upon a review of the images from Orange County Sheriff's Office, execution of the search warrant at the residence, the room pictured in the images from the August 2022 incident matches one of the rooms in the residence. Based on the totality of the circumstances, your affiant has probable cause to believe Stefan committed an S battery, familial custodial authority, on the victim when the victim was under 12 years old. My God, he's a monster. He's a freaking monster. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? She's 13 years old. She's 13. What can you want with a 13-year-old? It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to me. There's just nothing else. I mean, there's nowhere other way to put it. I do have another document. I'm going to save it for our next live and I'm going to read it because I'm getting a little sleepy tonight. And I have a video to play for you guys too. So we'll do that tomorrow because this case is blowing up. There's just so much stuff going on with it. And we'll do more of a deeper dive tomorrow. I don't think they have the DP there. Or no, they do. Okay, I'm thinking of another case. Sorry. Yeah. It's S abuse to the fullest. This little girl went through hell. I mean, 11. Her mom didn't know. Now, her mom was saying like something along the lines of like, she said that this was like the best day of her life on her 13th birthday. I'm wondering if she thought it was the best day of her life because she was like, I'm going to go move out in the woods. I'm getting out of here. Or maybe she made a bet with herself and instead of maybe going out and living in the woods, stood for something else. Like when I'm 13, I'm telling on him. I'm telling on him for doing this to me. Me too, DM. Yeah. I'm on the fence now. Yeah, no, I just read the documents. Those were the ones I was reading. And we read like an article, I think, before that too, that said that. Yeah. Which we kind of knew it was for years anyway, because in the first document, it said March 2022 to December 1st, 2023. Now they're just going back more. They're just going back further. So, and they may go back even further. I don't know. I hope not. This is cool. Oh, Lynn, you always get the newest news with me. Don't just hang tight. No, I always try to get, I'm always like looking and I am searching. But you guys bring me in a lot of stuff. Y'all do. And I love that. Y'all really do. You're like, did you see this? I'm like, no, I didn't see that. And then it'll come to my email. And I'm like, cool. Because I don't ask my mods to look up things for me or anything like that. They have lives. They're not creators. You know what I mean? Like some creators put that stuff on their mods to do. And they're not here to create your content, you know? I mean, come on now. That's crazy talk. So before we get off here, we're going to take a little picture. We'll take this and we'll put her picture up here. Everybody remember Madeline Soto. It's terrible. And then these two fools, poor kid. They just get it. This is just bad. These two are in jail, thank God. But these are Elijah's mom. This is Elijah's mom and her boyfriend. Now I'm wondering if her boyfriend knew. I mean, I guarantee he knew. Okay, so they knew about each other. They knew they were friends or whatever. They were friends. But I'm wondering if her baby daddy knew, because he's in jail, that she was hooking up with old Bang. What do you guys think? I personally think they didn't. I don't think he knew. What's this? Oh yeah, this was the last picture of him. I'll show you guys this. Let me pull down the banner there and do a share screen. This was the last picture of him. You would think nothing of it. Dad and his son, probably. Because they're the same ethnicity too, you know? Just think it was his dad and his son. And then, of course, we have Sebastian, 15 years old if you're just now joining us, with autism. I really hope they find him. I really hope they find him alive, but it's not looking good. Now I'm wondering where he's at. Where would he be? Where would he be, you know? And let me get these here. So Elijah Vu, he is out of Wisconsin, Two Rivers. Sebastian is Henderson, Tennessee. So we got another Tennessee baby. He's 15, but he's still a baby. And then, of course, we have Madeline's case out of Florida, Kissimmee, Florida. So, yeah, Liz, he has a 15-year-old son. I think he's autistic. He was able to get him out the door for school, huh? Crazy. But I think I'm going to jump off of here. We did a long live again tonight. We've been doing a couple long lives, so I'm going to try to make it a shorter live tomorrow night. But we'll cover probably Madeline again, because that's what we've been kind of covering on this channel, I feel like, over the last few weeks, or a few days. But if something else comes up, we'll cover it. I do want to cover, I want to do maybe I'll do like a day live, but I want to go over these new documents that come out for the Crystal Rogers case. If you're into the Crystal Rogers case and you're watching on replay, comment below, let me know. Because I want to read these. Stephen Lawson is trying to get motion to dismiss. I don't see it happening, but I want to read it to you guys. So you guys will have it. So I was just reading the chat. But here's the one of Audrey. We can even put her up there. Oh, she's so sweet. These kids, it's like, if you looked at my overlays, I got Idaho 4 in there too, but it's mostly kids. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to make the live at like around 8:35, 8:15, but y'all know me. I come in late, come in hot, come in late. And I do need to actually do something tomorrow night. But I'll try to get on here as soon as I can. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great evening. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next. Bye, guys. And be safe.